What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Back at it again. Well, like I said, guys, I decided to play it risky. I debated on yesterday, decided to play it risky and decided to trade NASDAQ, the E mini, with two contracts. And well, as you can see, I got bit. I actually did not stick to my strategy, and I'm going to explain the trade in a minute. And I'm also going to take you the step by step process of me doing the reset to basically just do a reset for the 50K funded account. So let's start with that open range strategy. The highs, it looks like, was at 17,695. Our open range low was 17,637. NASDAQ had a strong little pullback, bounced off here. So it looked like it was starting to recover, but I was really curious to see market direction. And I won't lie, guys, because we have been hitting 52-week highs. I think this is the second or third time this week now that NASDAQ has hit 52-week highs. I've been really complacent and really careful about going long, especially just because we are very overbought. I mean, at one point, guys, we were sitting at almost a 90 on the RSI on the 1 minute time frame. That is extremely overbought for anyone who's wondering. Um, but yeah, so let's start with the trade I did that actually ended up going my way, but because I was in the red, it ended up hitting my daily. It ended up hitting my drawdown limit, and once it hit my drawdown limit, it automatically took me out. Even though I would have ended up being in the green, which is really frustrating. So NASDAQ had a beautiful break and open above that open range resistance, had a nice little retest. Like I said, I was very complacent. I really didn't feel comfortable going long because of how overbought NASDAQ has been lately, hitting those 52-week highs back to back. So I really didn't want to go short. So the goal was just to, catch the pullback. Wait till we stop hitting higher highs and catch that pullback. Well, we stopped hitting the higher highs at 17,764, it looks like. Once we hit that lower high, I said, you know what? I said, let's wait for a break below that EMA. So now I have a lower high, a break below the EMA, lower lows. I have all three steps, all three confirmations to get into a trade. As you can see, lower high right here, new low right here. Now we did test this EMA. This is actually where I went short. The moment we cracked it, I went short. I said, hey, you know what? I said, I'm really confident in this. I'm comfortable with holding. Well, by the time we got up to around 744, I got taken out of my position because I hit my drawdown limit. My drawdown limit was at $49,484 to be exact. But as you can see, we just did a lot of consolidation right here. Basically hit another lower high, and then look what happened. Beautiful pullback right here. We didn't sell off nothing crazy, but that would have easily been a $400 to $600 trade right there. But instead, I end up losing like $600 or $700. Obviously, it's not there just because after 5 p.m. they do a refresh. But yeah, just really wanted to show you guys that. But yeah, let me do a step by step with this reset. So as you can see, the highest I got to was $1,484.96. I'm currently at 49,361. I broke a rule, and that was do not let my account balance hit or go below $49,484.96. Sorry. My worst day on average was 817. My best day was 286. My average losing day was 633. My average winning day was 126. Like I said in the past week, the one thing I have been having trouble with is letting my runners run. Now, I know a lot of you guys, the past videos, you're probably wondering, bro, why the fuck are you trading with two contracts when you were having troubles with one? The reason why is because on Monday, I took a $500 loss. And the reason why I took that $500 loss was because even though my first trade was red, no problem. I had no problem being red $300. I've said it before. On January 1st, 2024, my biggest goal was not to lose more than $500 in a day. And if I lose $600 in a day, be done. It's a lot better than hitting my daily loss limit of $1,000. Your daily loss limit is $1,000 when you're working towards that 50K funded account. For those who don't know, so there was like two different times on Monday where I could have taken profits when I was up $250 and ended the day in the green. But I simply didn't because I have been trying so hard to let my runners run. Because as some of you guys saw, I went on an 11-day green streak like 2 weeks ago. I had 2 weeks where I did perfect, but I barely made over $100 on average during those 11 days. And the reality is I'm trying to get this funded account. And to get the funded account, I want to pay myself as much as possible. But the thing with paying yourself in Top Step is you have to have at least 5 green days where you make $200 or more. So even if I have 20 green days in a wet row where I make $150, $100, $130, I'm never going to be able to pay myself simply because I'm not meeting the criteria to pay myself. And that's $200 or more. And I have to at least have 5 of those. And if I'm still profitable, obviously they don't have to be consecutive, which is really nice. But it has to be, I have to have those 5 days for me to be eligible to be able to pay myself. And so this past week, a real big goal has been let my runners run. Once I'm up to 250, don't take profits. Let it run. And I made that mistake on Monday. And I ended up missing. I could have ended the day in the green, let alone break even. I would have been happy with breaking even. But when I'm happening, I ended up getting caught in a little bit of a pullback on both those trades and basically breaking even. And then my fourth trade, I was in the red. So that's why I ended Monday down like $538 for those who were wondering. But that being said, let's do this reset real quick, show you guys what it's about. So obviously card on file, I have agreed. I have logged in right here, process payment. Oh, sorry. I have a old card on file. I just realized that. 0205. Let's get it. There we go. As you can see, I've been charged $49. This is my first reset. So I'm probably going to give it a second, wait for it to refresh a little. And there we go. Well, after it refreshes, I'll let you guys see what it looks like now. Come on. Come on. Just show me. Show them what they want to see. Yeah. So back to $50,000. Currently at zero. No percentage, no best day, no trades, as you guys can see. So tomorrow, you guys are going to see me opening tomorrow with the $50,000 account and see however I do. But back to the whole 2 contracts real quick. I just want to explain something. My goal is with 2 contracts, if direction stops is not going in my favor, I cut off 2 right then and there. I don't sit there and try to average down. I just cut them off. I just cut the head off. The whole point of it is so that once I'm up to $300, I can take profit. Boom, got $100, $200 sitting there, profit. That's nice. If I get caught in a pullback, worst case scenario is I break even, but I'm still up at least $100 to $300. And that right there is what's going to end up helping me. I think honestly, it's going to. And once I've taken that profit, I have noticed that, like, for instance, yesterday when I took that first trade and I took profits on that first contract, I was comfortable with holding it for like 4 more minutes until we started to form a support. And I said, okay, you know what? We're not showing continuation on the downside. I'm going to get out. And I did. And I made $23. And it was a beautiful trade. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't get the pullback that I really wanted or the sell off, nothing like that. We ended up going into a reversal and, had to break a pattern. But yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys this, show you guys me resetting my account. Definitely not happy about it. $49 on my bank account. It sucks, but it's part of it. Now, let's talk about the mistakes I have made personally with this combine. 1, there's been plenty of days where I have lacked patience. 2, I will admit there has been probably at least 1 or 2 days where I did overtrade, like last week on a Friday when I took like that $600 loss. I overtraded that day. I should have been done at once I was down like 390, $400. Direction just wasn't clear, and I forced another trade. Not forcing my trades, making sure my criterias are met, making sure I know where my next support and resistance are. You know, don't just look at the open range breakout. Like, oh, it break out, I'm gonna go into trade. Okay, but where am I gonna get out? The one thing I am bad about, and I will admit this, guys, I don't plan out my trades. I'm not perfect. But that is one thing I am gonna say I have to get better about is knowing where I'm gonna get out at. Don't just be okay with $200-$300. Know where I'm going to get out. And if let's say I'm going long at, let's say, $49,000, and I want to get out at 49,500, but let's say we're currently at 49,300 and we're not making higher highs, get out. Once we have a break of pattern or there's no continuation on the upside for me, get out. And there's been times where I have gotten caught in pullbacks where we stopped hitting, where we were not hitting progress on the upside or downside, and I still held on, and I ended up getting caught in a red trade. I ended up losing money simply because I didn't want to take profits, and I wanted to back hold because I got greedy. And I don't even really like to say I get greedy. I really don't get greedy. I just, at the end of the day, I do want to get this funded account so that way I can show you guys me paying myself. But I thought I'll at least, show you guys my rainy days and just let you guys know that this is like the process of doing a reset. And yeah, but I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you guys learned something. If you guys did, please subscribe. As always, much appreciated. I'll see you guys tomorrow.